Delayed, unfortunately. But overall, GG, well played. And here we go. We are getting into our next viewer replay for the night. And it's going to be a TvP between these two lovely players. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gress Farm, we have the American Terran player, representing all the donkeys out there in the world. I'm not going to make a donkey sound. It is Frost. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have their opponents. We have her opponents. We have the blue Protoss. It is Exceed. All right. So yeah, I was happily surprised to see that the replay was redeemed, not because of the clown fiesta that was occurring, but because of the Lankers, Papi. It was beautiful. I appreciate it. But now we're back to Frost, okay? And now this is where I expect the clown fiesta to occur. This is where I expect the nonsense to really come into play. Oh no. What am I in for, Papi? What am I in for? What have you done? Not like this, as we see Exceed. It's just gonna be a little bit annoying here, being a nuisance, doing Protoss things by just trying to tase away at these SCVs. For the most part, Frost, though, going for a Rax Expand. You love to see it. A more economic opener from Frost. Beautiful. Meanwhile, Exceed, interesting, is going for a Zealot first across the map. Okay. So, upon seeing the economic opener, this Zealot is designed to move out across the map, disrupt, and delay the... ideally, delay the CC on the low ground. We shouldn't just see the Zealots, but we should also be seeing an additional Adept behind this as well. So a very aggressive opener out of Exceed. Gonna try to punish the economy here of Frost, as the Zealot is making its way across the map. I feel like this should be going the long way around to avoid the Reaper. If the Reaper comes across the Zealot, I'm pretty sure the Reaper just kills it. Especially because, ooh, Exceed is supply blocked. Oh no. The pylon was a little bit late, and that is devastating. Like, especially because it's really close. If the Reaper had come across the Zealots, then I'm pretty sure if you don't get supply block, the Adept gets there just in time to protect it. But alas, it is not the case. I mean, the Reaper misses it anyway. So the Zealot will make its way across the map. Again, looking to delay that CC. Reaper dives into the main, and Frost will get eyes on, will soon get eyes on the tech of Exceed. So here we go. The dance has begun between the Zealot and the Marine. Does get one SCV, but again, this CC should get up and running, shouldn't be delayed, especially as the Zealot is being distracted by the Marine. Oh, the SCV. Oh no! Second SCV goes down, Reaper comes back home, and the Zealot is going to be cleaned up. Oh, but here we go, the Adept is on the way. The Marine! Oh, it's saved. Never mind. What's important, though, is that Frost was forced to turn back around and was not able to confirm whether it was a Twilight Council or a Stargate opener. I know Adept first does typically indicate Stargate play, but it isn't a sure thing, as the Adept does make its way into the main base. Is going to delay the Starport as well. Exceed doing a lot with a little here, but does eventually go down. And the first Oracle is on the way. Yo, shout out to Exceed. We are not seeing Phoenix Colossus yet, but it's still possible. We can still get into Phoenix production after this Oracle. Hopefully not, but it's definitely in the cards for our Protoss player. Behind this, the Adept is going to be hunted down. We're getting into our 1-1-1 setup. Nothing too crazy here. Everything's looking normal. Oh god, Void Ray? Oh no. Frost, what have you done? But I'm a little bit scarred. Frost has redeemed replays where Protoss players go mass Void Ray before. That has occurred. I'm never going to forget that game on Neo Humanity. No shot we're going to see a second Stargate, right? No shot. Oracle comes in. Gonna be looking to harass the mineral lines, but good positioning here from these Marines. Oracle is forced back. That's the second Void Ray. What? No shot. Once again, a bit supply blocked. Second time here, and it is really slowing Exceed down. Forge on the way. So no! No, Frost! What have you done? It's neo-humanity all over again. Double Stargate Void Ray. Frost does see the second Stargate. That's enough of a tell. Obviously, the first one was spotted because of the Oracle. And we've been here before. There's the fleet beacon on the way. We're rushing into Skytoss in PvT. All right, Frost. You've been here before. We've casted this before. I'm getting deja vu. You know what to do. You can pull this off. As for now, we're doubling down on bioproduction. We have additional waxes on the way. We have a 3-1-1 setup, pretty standard, +1 attack as well. Stim on the horizon. Meanwhile, this forge is for shields. The shields upgrade, which do apply to Skytoss units. They do apply to void rays and carriers and anything with shields. Oh, so Exceed is slowly getting into this. Again, Frost has pieces together already at this point. Has seen the second Stargate and the Forge. Whether it's a carrier rush or mass void rays, that's still to be determined, from Frost at least. We can see that we are getting into that first carrier. Once again, another supply Exceed, papi. Mate, we need to calm down. These supply blocks are really hurting Exceed. The third one here, the third most important one of the game, slowing down these carriers by so much. For those wondering, if you're curious about like the level of skill, like, it is Masters gameplay for both games. All the Masters. Turrets are being thrown down. Medevacs are on the way. See the chat. That was Tempest. It's all in the air, Papi. It's all in the air. Like, they just don't care. They're all animals. At least this isn't Tempest. At least it's carriers. True. Thankfully. So here we go. Frost is moving out. Big revelation on the army. Frost not aware of what she's pushing into. For all she knows, it could be Tempest again. Could be carriers. Could be mass void ray. We're looking to face check. We're wandering into the dark. And we do come across additional void rays. Oh, good target firing on the first medevac. Only one is left. Every stim is going to be hurting that much more. But there's not enough to protect this base. Only 2 void rays are left. The carriers have been revealed. The mines are coming in. Big disable on the void rays. Not quite on the carriers, but regardless, disables nonetheless. And it looks like we do have enough, oh my god, to take down the interceptors. Overcharge is keeping that one void ray alive. But there's not much DPS here for Exceed, and not much else going on. As the overcharge does run out, but we only have a couple of Marines. Oh! Only a handful of Marines are left. As we barely get the void ray. And we have broken the third. Just barely. It was a close hold. But again, carriers are added interceptors. The base goes down. Exceed is contained here to 2 bases. And we can keep on rallying. We can maintain this position. Again, there are no interceptors. We can keep pushing. There's no DPS. There's nothing here. There's 3 interceptors. We're just gonna, it's okay. We're just consolidating our forces. We're gonna rotate back around. The carriers are overextending. Mate, he's crazy. He's puffing up his chest. 2 carriers with barely anything in them. Moving out, and Frost rotates around, scans, sees how exposed this area is. Oracle getting damage done, but Frost can definitely push in and deny the third again, even go for the natural. Meanwhile, the carriers, they are rebuilding those interceptors. Vikings are turning back around. Frost is shutting down the third. Now, these interceptors, sorry, these carriers are suddenly a little bit more threatening, but they are forced to recall. They recall back into the main. I think that was a little bit premature. Like, we're losing this third base anyway. We're not saving it. So a bit of a premature recall from Exceed. Heavily supply blocked once again. As Exceed cannot make any other units. Carriers are trying to push on forward here. Looks like one of them is barely not going to go down. Up, up, up. But again, good mine shots on these interceptors. We're rallying on in. It looks like the Marines are barely going to be able to take down the interceptors that are left, especially with one of these carriers just preoccupied by the tank. Yeah, we have enough momentum here to keep on pushing. We could try to break this natural base. We do not have enough energy for an overcharge. As Frost is waiting for another wave of reinforcements. Oh, the move command! No! As Exceed move commands forward, one carrier does go down. The other barely survives. Oh my, oh, the friendly fire. Oh my god! The Widowmine's working against Frost. They're working for the Protoss as they take down a lot of the bio, but they also take down the interceptors. They're playing both sides. Feels Widowmine, man. Feels Terran, man. As Frost still has that momentum. Third base is up and running, fully operational. We can stim on forward. There's nothing left here for Exceed. There's carriers, but each one has like one interceptor at the moment. That's a lot of mines. At this point, we can just meme it up and we can dive in and we can burrow under these carriers with these Widowmines. If we had drilling claws. Unfortunately, we don't have drilling. Oh my god, we don't have drilling claws. That's the mines they take down a medevac. Ay, ay, ay. As Frost is going to be maneuvering away from those mines, taking down the interceptors once again. Yeah, the cannons are going to fall. The pylons, the shield batteries as well. Big mine connections, and Exceed just has nothing left. Pure carrier is not doing good enough against Marines. There's a reason why you don't carrier rush in this matchup. Man with gun, the most fundamental unit for Terran is actually pretty good as long as there isn't like splash damage. Like if we're talking about like Storm or Archons, Charge Lords, Colossus, anything else to support these carriers, and Exceed would be doing so well right now. But pure carriers, pure carrier is not enough. Exceed laughs. What's he laughing at? No GG, no GG. Exceed is too busy laughing, but he's clowning, Pop. He's clowning. GG gets called. Frost does take the game. Well played, well played. Congratulations. Aye, aye, aye. Not like this. GG, well played. Congratulations, congratulations to Frost for taking that game, of course. A ladder game, a ladder game. Well played. Keeping a cool, calm, and collected head, not panicking too much at all. There were some worrisome moments, definitely, especially early on. But we saw that Exceed's macro was lacking a little bit there. There were a lot of really big supply blocks that were stopping Exceed from reinforcing, from even producing the initial carriers. It felt like Exceed was slowing himself down in a way. Things were getting a little bit closer though. You know, shout out to those Widowmines that were working. They were feeling sorry for Exceed a little bit, and they were helping Exceed out, and you know, maybe they have a vendetta against Frost a little bit. Look after your Widowmines, Papi. Otherwise, they'll kill you. They're vindictive creatures, Papi. Oh, be careful. Be careful. I'm pretty sure the interceptors killed more Terran units than the carriers did. Actually, unironically, I think that's true. They killed a lot of Marines, a lot of medevacs. Aye, aye, aye. Regardless, GG, well played, well played. Shout out to both Frost and Babyling. Thank you so much for doing those replays. We got a lot of variety there, a lot of variety, a lot of fun. We had a little bit of craziness here with Frost and more straight up play from Babyling. I'm loving the variety. I appreciate it. And yeah, with that, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. We only had 2. Let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure we only had 2 replays redeemed. So we are gonna be done here for the night. Just double checking. I see the chat catching up. Aye. Animals, Papi, animals. Cast my replay. Complete. Yeah, only two for today. So yeah, again, if you're in the chat, if you wish to have your replay redeemed or replay casted, then we do allow that through channel points. You don't have to do it now, but, you know, in the future, if you ever play a ladder game, if you ever have some fun, if you ever think there's something worth spreading to the people and sharing to everyone, then yeah, do so. Don't be afraid. Don't be too afraid. You know, we try not to be too harsh, of course. We try to have fun with it, and not be too critical, of course. GG, well played. And yeah, with that, we are done for the night. We just wrapped up with ESL Open Cup Asia, and we just wrapped up with some viewer replays as well. If you want some more Cranky Duckling action, we're going to be live in a couple of hours. Let me just double check the time. We're going to be live in, I think, 11 hours from now with ESL Open Cup Americas, papi, Americas. We just wrapped up the Korean variant of the tournament, and we have an NA variant tomorrow morning. So be sure to tune into that if you're interested. Let me just double check. Yes, 10 hours and 46 minutes. 10 hours. If you are unsatiated and if you want some more StarCraft sooner, then check out our YouTube. We have all of our VODs on YouTube. But ESL Open Cup Europe is going to be starting soon. Let me just double check. ESL Open Cup Europe starts in 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 30 minutes. That is something that we don't cast just because we need to sleep at some point, and sleeping is nice. It feels good to get some rest every now and then, so should be sleeping during ESL EU, so I'm well rested for ESL Open Cup Americas. That's the goal anyway. That's the goal. So yeah, that's our current schedule, our current plan for the Cranky Ducklings. Our next cast, let me just double check. Outside of that, tomorrow is also, oh my god, I forgot about this. After ESL Open Cup Americas, tomorrow is day 1 of the Masters Coliseum playoffs. Masters Coliseum, we were covering that last week. The group stage was every day for over a week. It was pretty intense, the amount of Masters Coliseum we were casting back to back to back. It was a lot of StarCraft, a lot. And we finished up the group stage. We had a week off. In that week break, we covered the KSL SummerSlam. We covered the WTL qualifiers. And now starting tomorrow, we're back to Masters Coliseum. I believe it's going to be a 3-day event. Yes, 3 days for the playoff bracket. Who are we going to be casting? Let me just double check, so you guys can look forward to it. Masters Coliseum Liquipedia. So we're going to be featuring players such as Serral, Clan, Bjorn, Dark, Hero, Maxpax, Cure, and Ragnarok, to name a few. Basically, the best of the best are competing in the Masters Coliseum, so make sure you're there. Over the next 3 days, we'll be covering that as best we can. Oh god, there's going to be some long casts, aren't they? Yeah. It's going to be some long broadcasts, mate. Long broadcasts. So, sorry, it's actually over a week, over an entire week. So, yeah, things are going to get a little bit rowdy here on the channel, so be sure to tune in if you're interested. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. If you want to check us out, ! Socials in the chat for all things Cranky Ducklings. ! Socials. We have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have a Discord server and a YouTube channel as well if you want to check us out there. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. You can follow myself at light_VIP. That is who I am. I do stream over my personal channel every now and then throughout the week. Just some ladder sessions. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. Just some Zerg ladder gameplay if you're interested. Otherwise, if you only want the Cranky Ducklings, we got you covered. We got you covered with, all things Cranky Ducklings. There you go. We're live every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. Such as tomorrow. Tomorrow, ESL Americas and Masters Coliseum. 2 casts tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. We'll see you guys for tomorrow's broadcast. Till then, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid, so you can give them some love and support. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Hasta luego. Hasta luego.